Hello and welcome back to the Hairy HouseWife YouTube channel, you beautiful lot, and today it's time for another Cheapie Challenge. Hello and welcome back to the Hairy HouseWife YouTube channel, you beautiful lot, and that is right, it is time for another monthly Cheapie Challenge. Now, I put a poll out on Instagram last week. If you don't follow me on Instagram, link in the description below. You can find all my socials in there. While you're there, hit that subscribe and hit that like button. Every single subscribe and like means the absolute world to me. Now, I put a poll out on Instagram saying, what would you like to see in the Cheapie Challenge? And about 60% of the votes were for a wheel cleaner. So I thought, you know what? Let's go down to my local Halfords and see the cheapest wheel cleaner that I could buy. Now, as I was walking through Halfords, I see their own brand range. Their wheel cleaner was about £5. However, on the end of the aisle, there was a few clearance items, and there was a bottle of their wheel cleaner. It's the same recipe, just in their old style green bottles, and it was reduced down to £2. I had to have it. I thought, you know what, that's perfect for the Cheapie Challenge. I also bought a few other of their Halfords products in the green bottles, like a shampoo, a polish and all sorts of stuff like that. So they'll be coming up at a later date. But today, it was time to test their wheel cleaner. Now, I'm going to put this to an extreme test a little bit later on the Fiat's wheels. Now, the reason those wheels are so nasty is because I like to keep them dirty. If you've seen from previous videos, they need a refurb. The lacquer is peeling off the front of the diamond cut. They look awful, so I keep them as dirty as possible. So people don't see that nasty lacquer peel. They just think, oh, he's got nasty, dirty wheels. They don't think, oh, look at the state of them. Anyway, we'll be testing this product out later in the video, close towards the end. You'll see why in a little while. But first, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to clean a sort of fairly well-maintained wheel. Now, if you're like me and you like to keep your cars clean, most of you out there will have fairly well-maintained wheels. Most people do look after their wheels that care about them, unless they've got nasty lacquer peel like me. So we're going to jump on. We're going to see how this works on fairly well-maintained wheels. Now, we're starting off with these Vauxhall wheels here. And now they are a perfect example of a fairly well-maintained vehicle's wheels. You can see there is a layer of dirt and grime and brake dust all over them, but they're not overly filthy like the Fiat's wheels. You can see that there are some spots of ingrained, embedded dirt, but overall they are fairly well maintained. Now, all I'm going to start off by doing is rinsing all the dirt off of these wheels to get rid of any loose dirt, grime and contamination. You can see it is taking a good layer of dirt off, but there is still a layer of dirt on those wheels that need to be removed by some sort of cleaner. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my bucket of wheel cleaning tools, and I'm going to grab the Halfords wheel cleaner and I'm going to spray it liberally all over the wheels as directed. Now, this wheel cleaner did have a surprisingly nice scent to it. It's got a fragrancy sort of shampooy baby powder scent to it, and it's not awful, and I did notice it start to turn slightly pink. However, don't be fooled by this. The wheel cleaner itself has a pink tinge to it. It is not removing any iron fallout. Now, I have sprayed it round the tyre to start off with, and I'm going to be using it to clean the sidewall of the tyre with, and I'll be using my sidewall bob brush from Dodo Juice. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm letting that Halfords wheel cleaner sit on the wheels for around about a minute, and then I'm going to start agitating it with a detailing brush. Now, as I go around the wheel, I can see it foaming up nicely on the brush, and I can see it removing that sort of layer of dirt that is on the wheel. Now, making sure to cover every single surface of the wheels, getting in where those nuts are, getting around the edges and in those tight gaps. I'm agitating this Halfords wheel cleaner as much as I possibly can and getting inside those inner barrels with my wheel brush. Now, while using this, I did notice it stayed fairly foamy and it did stay fairly well lubricated. It felt really nice on the brushes to move around the wheel. It felt like a nice lubricated wheel cleaner. Now, as I come in and rinse it off, you can see already that there is a dramatic difference on the layer of dirt that was on the wheel. Now, when I come up for a close-up, you can see 99% of that dirt is gone from the wheel. There are a few specks of tar and a few specks of brake dust that it hasn't removed, but overall this wheel cleaner has done a fantastic job of removing a decent layer of dirt off of this well-maintained wheel. Now, if you just look at a quick before and after, you can see here it is nice and clean, and before you can see that dirt and grime and grit all over that wheel. You can see that this wheel cleaner has worked. Now, that is on a fairly well-maintained wheel. Now, again, if you look after your wheels weekly, you look after them and they are spotless and it's just covered in light grit and grime and dirt, this wheel cleaner has done a really, really good job at removing probably 2 or 3 weeks worth of dirt and grime on a fairly well-maintained wheel. How will it stand up against a really, really filthy, dirty, neglected, nasty Fiat wheel that's, I'm embarrassed to say is mine? Let's find out. Now, as you can see, this Fiat's wheel is looking rather nasty. Like I said, rather dirty and rather neglected. There's not a lot I can do about the damage here, but we can wash the dirt that is on the rest of the wheel off. Now, I'm going to start again by rinsing as much loose dirt and grime off. And as I start to rinse it off, you can see exactly what I mean on the face of the wheel. They look absolutely nasty. I hate seeing all that lacquer peel. I really do need to get them sorted out. Now, as I start to spray this wheel cleaner on, you can see again it's already turning pink straight away, but don't be fooled by this, because as far as I'm aware, this doesn't contain anything to remove the iron contamination. All that is a pink tinge to the spray. I'm guessing Halfords clicked on to people liking a nice ruby red or pink wheel cleaner, so they thought, if we had a tinge of pink, that will make people satisfied. Now, again, starting off like I did last time, just going around with the wheel brush to clean the side of the tyre. Then I'm going to let this wheel cleaner sit. Now, the pink tinge in the video is very, very faint. It is a lot pinker in person. Now, once I've left that wheel cleaner to sit for around about a minute, as directed on the back of the bottle, I'm going to go round with my detailing brush to make sure to agitate the wheel cleaner up and help it to remove any dirt and grime that is on the surface. And again, this wheel cleaner does feel nice and lubricated, and it smells really, really nice, I'm not going to lie. Now, once I've gone around the whole wheel, it is time to rinse that wheel cleaner off and see the results of this Halfords cheap budget wheel cleaner. Now, as you can see, that wheel cleaner has done a good job to remove a good few months of baked on grime and dirt. But you can see patches of baked in brake dust and dirt. So what I'm going to do is, it does say if the wheels are dirty, go back over again and leave it for 30 seconds and then agitate and then rinse off. So there's a little patch down there of baked in dirt and grime. I'm going to spray it one more time, go over with my detailing brush, then I'm going to rinse it off to see if it can remove any more dirt on a second pass. As you can see, it has removed on a second pass a lot more than it did on the first pass. You can still see there is a slight amount of sort of baked in brake dust there, but that is when I would go and grab my iron fallout remover, spray that on to remove any of that baked in brake dust. And again, if there was still anything there, that's when I would then go for maybe a stronger wheel cleaner. This has done a cracking job at removing a good few months worth of dirt. Like I said, that wheel probably hasn't been washed in 2 or 3 months by mistake. Just a quick go over with a bit of snow foam and water. However, I haven't fully cleaned, decontaminated these wheels probably 6, 8 months, almost a year probably, since these wheels have had a full clean. This has done a good job at removing a lot of baked in dirt and grime, and all that was left was maybe some ingrained brake dust and dirt. Now, to me, this wheel cleaner has done a fantastic job on that well-maintained vehicle's wheel, and it's also done a good job at removing a decent layer of dirt from that really, really nasty, neglected wheel. However, how will this stand up against another, maybe premium wheel cleaner on the market? Let's find out. My Fiat's got 4 wheels. I might as well use another nasty wheel and put this to an extreme test. Now, as you can see, this wheel is as nasty as the other one. I'm going to spray one side of the wheel with the Halfords wheel cleaner, and I'm going to spray the other side of the wheel with another wheel cleaner from a different company. Now, this is a premium wheel cleaner. I'm not going to say the brand. However, it is a premium wheel cleaner that also contains a iron fallout remover, and it is one that is raved about on the market, and a lot of people love this wheel cleaner. Now, I'm going to put this on 5 times speed here and let both these wheel cleaners do their thing. Now, as you can see on the side with the premium wheel cleaner, the iron fallout remover is going to work inside that wheel cleaner, and it is starting to remove that baked in brake dust and iron contamination. Now, I've left it about a minute and a half, and I'm going to go around with my detailing brush and agitate both of these wheel cleaners up. Now again, the Halfords one feels really, really well lubricated, feels really nice. I wouldn't have any problem using this on delicate wheels or really nice glossy black wheels. It doesn't feel like it will cause any marring or scratching. It feels really, really nice, soft and well lubricated. Now on to the premium wheel cleaner that contains iron fallout. Again, that feels really, really nice and lubricated. It's not as foamy as the Halfords one, but it does feel really, really lubricated and nice to move around with my detailing brush. Now, when we rinse it off here, in all honesty, I can't really see much of a difference between the two sides. Again, this wheel is nasty. This wheel was baked on with a lot of road grime and dirt. And honestly, there's not much difference between the two, apart from maybe a little bit of iron fallout that the Halfords one cannot remove. But as a wheel cleaner, it has done a cracking job at removing a layer of grime and dirt. I mean, all that was left on that side of the wheel was iron contamination compared to the other side. Now, that wheel, again, has been neglected for so long. These wheels haven't had a deep clean in God knows how long. Maybe they've had a snow foam put on and rinsed off, but they haven't had a deep clean in I don't know how long. And they were filthy, they were minging, they were dirty. That Halfords wheel cleaner has done a good job at taking a good amount of dirt and grime off. Yes, the other side with the premium wheel cleaner removed more because that had iron fallout remover in it. It removes that ingrained baked on brake dust that this won't remove because it doesn't contain a fallout remover. However, cleaning power, this has done just as good a job as the premium brand. Honestly, this stuff has done a fantastic job at cleaning those wheels. Yes, again, a bit of contamination left over. Yes, on a really nasty wheel like this, I may need to use a fallout remover. However, this has done a cracking job. Now, I've got half a bottle left. I have done 8 wheels of this. Obviously, you only see me do 1 on the Vauxhall and 2 on the Fiat. I had to go around and do the others. I didn't want just 1 clean wheel on the Vauxhall and 2 clean ones on the Fiat. So I have gone around and done the rest of the wheels of this. And I enjoyed, I'm not going to lie, I enjoyed using this. It felt really, really nice. It felt really, really slick to use. And it smells really, really nice. The only sort of thing for me is they put a pink tinge to it to make you think that it's doing more than it is. That's because, again, most people like to have that wheel cleaner, spray it on that turns red and get rid of all that contamination. It's appealing. It looks good. However, it's got a bit of a pink tinge to it. That doesn't do that. That's just the colour of the liquid inside the bottle. And there we have it, guys. Would I buy the Halfords wheel cleaner? 100%. I mean, for a £5 to buy it at full price in its new silver bottle, that's a bargain. I've done 8 wheels and got half a bottle left. That means what? 16 wheels out of a bottle? And I weren't spraying it lightly. I was spraying it liberally. I sprayed it all over the place. I used it on the tyres. It worked really, really well on the tyres. I wish I'd have done an aftershot because actually that cleaned really, really well on the tyres as well. Wish I'd done an aftershot on that. However, cleaning 8 wheels with half a bottle, yeah, it's a no-brainer. For a £5, that has done a fantastic job. Now, I know I'm going to get people in the comments saying, you can go buy this one, it's £20 a bottle, it makes 55 million litres and you can spray that on and it remove the dirt just as well. You can, but not everybody has £20 to shell out for one big 5-litre drum. Not everybody wants to dilute something down. Not everybody's got the space, not everybody's got the time to dilute a product down. So for a £5 to nip out to your local Halfords, pick it up, spray it on, put it away, job done. That is a bargain. Would I recommend it? 100% give it a go yourself. Now remember, guys, you could buy it and it might not work as well for you. You might have different dirt, different grime, different conditions. However, for me, you have seen the results. They have been amazing. I was very shocked by this. I was expecting to spray it on and be like, that's useless, don't buy it. Please, go give it a go yourself. For a £5, if you don't like it and it doesn't work for you, you haven't wasted much money. If it does work for you, this could change the way you clean your wheels and this could give you more money in your pocket. Guys, I've been the Hairy Housewife. This is exactly what the Cheapie Challenge is all about. And I'll see you all again very, very soon.